Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're well. Today's Bhinneka meeting is going about to start. Please have your attention to the following video. Thank you very much for your attention, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let us welcome our club president, Toastmasters Ben.
All right, excellent. As we have our last two coming in, perfect timing. Welcome to Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club, where we're all here to learn and get better and do a lot of awesome things. And again, if you haven't been to Toastmasters, I think, let's see, everyone here is a Toastmaster, correct? Good. We don't have to explain anything, which is kind of interesting because we have a lot of new members in Bhinneka. So hopefully they come a little late because we are officially, right, Pippin? President Distinguished Toastmaster Club. We did it! Congratulations, Bhinneka. We did it. A lot of hard work, a lot of business that we've been doing with a lot of our members, getting people to come, getting people to sign up. It's pretty cool. I don't know how you can. This is our second year, so we've been around for a whole year, and I think this is the first year we're eligible for this, or were we eligible for it last year also? How does that work? If it is this the first year we're eligible?
2 years in a row.
All right, so we got it though. We nailed it. That means we get a trophy, and it's for all of our hard work. And here at Bhinneka, one thing that we strive for is our values. Simple as ABC. Appreciate our club members, build each other up, and celebrate our successes. And that's what we do. We want people to come here, learn, get better, and then go out into their real life, their jobs, their families, and strive to be better. That's the idea. So whatever way you can get better and learn from each other is what we're trying to strive in our environment here. Well, we have a great looking meeting and two speakers that are going to speak. And our speakers are here. Excellent. We got someone coming in. Excellent. 4 people. Well, I'm going to hand it over to our Tom so he can start the meeting and lead it over. Ben. Oh, that's me. I'm the Tom. Welcome, everyone, again. Today's meeting's theme is back to business. How I came up with this idea, this theme, is that as a teacher, the last 2.5 years have been ridiculous because online, offline, hybrid. It's been really kind of frustrating. And the last couple months, we've been getting kind of back to business where we're 100% in class. Now we're doing final exams. So it feels kind of like a little bit of normalcy. And that's what for you that have regular jobs, other jobs, like kind of getting back to business the normal kind of way, back to the grind. You don't like that word, you could just plug your ears, right? It's like when I go to the dentist, right? The dentist says, stop grinding your teeth. When I go to the cafe, I love the smell of the coffee being grinded up. Different ways to use this. But today, in our grammarian, we'll kind of expand on this a little bit. The word of the day is grind. And it's like being back to the daily grind. There's a lot of ways you can use that word, and some are kind of provocative, but we're going to use it here as a positive way so we can all have fun. But if you want to use it provocatively, go ahead. Just use it correctly. And our grammarian will kind of give you the more info of that a little bit later. But our meeting is pretty fun. Again, 2 meetings, 2 speeches, table topics, and some evaluation sessions. So let me give it to our GE to introduce the role takers. Severine, are you ready to go? Not seeing your
Yes, I
smile
am
yet.
ready.
All right, our GE Toastmaster Severine.
I'm sorry for this moment. I'm not able to put the video, but I will put it on later on. So my role today it is to be the general evaluator of the meeting. And for evaluating this meeting, I will have a team with Toastmaster Diane, who will be the accounter, Toastmaster Pawantu, grammarian, Toastmaster Seni, the timer, and DTM Natalie as the Zoom host and ballot counter. So I will invite Toastmaster Diane as the accounter to explain about her role in today's meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Diane.
Okay, thank you very much, Madam GE. Put the speaker first. Okay. Good evening, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, and guests. The purpose of a counter is to note filler phrase, and during the meeting, I will listen over use words such as and then well, but, so. And I also listen for filler sound as such as And I will note for the speaker I will note speaker repeat words such as I and this mean, yeah. And at the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times the speaker used this expression. Back to the GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Diane, for explaining your role. I will now call Toastmaster Puwantu to explain his role as a grammarian.
Okay, thank you, GE. Today I will be the grammarian, and my duty for today is to help all of us to have a better grammar. So that's why I will give the report at the end of the meeting. So everyone, you need to use the proper grammar during your speeches. I know it's not that easy. And to challenge you, we have the word of the day in every Toastmaster meeting. And our word of the day for today is, let me check first the spelling, grind. Yeah, grind. So for example, if you love a cup of coffee, I have a pack of coffee, and when I buy a pack of coffee, I cannot grind it because I don't have the machine. So I always ask the barista to grind the coffee bean for me. And the meaning is to make something into small pieces. So you can use that word of the day. It's a verb. And at the end of the meeting, I will report about that. I will also count how many word of the day all the participants using for today. Yeah, I think those are from me. Back to G.
Thank you, Toastmaster Puwantu, for the word of the day and the definition, and for explaining with the coffee bag. Now it is the time for Toastmaster Seni to explain to us how she will be the timer.
Thank you, Toastmaster Severin. Hello, everyone. My name is Annie. I will help you guys to time your speaking time for the prepared speakers, which is Toastmaster Anom and Jonathan. I will time you 5, green at 5, yellow at 6, and red at 7 for all table topic speakers. 1 minute, green at 1 minute, yellow at 1 minute 30 seconds, and red at 2 minutes. And for evaluator, Robin Chan and Siti Amaliawati, green at 2 minutes, yellow at 2 minutes 30, and red at 3 minutes. I think you don't have to pin me because I'm going to have the raise hand reaction like this, so you guys can see me all the time. Is that good? Good, all of you, okay? So I won't be distracted for any speakers. Okay, that's all for me. Make sure that you're speaking in time and wait for my report at the end of every session. Thank you. Back to you, Madam GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Seni. Last but not least, I will invite distinguished Toastmaster Natalie to tell a bit about her role as ballot counter. So how do speakers are eligible for voting, and at which moment of the meeting will there be the voting? Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Natalie.
Thank you, Toastmaster Severin. So today, because Pipit canceled her speech, I switched the role with her. So she will be the Zoom host and ballot counter. Sorry for last minute change. So I'm gonna let Pipit to explain her role. Thank you.
Thank you, DTM Natalie. So we have already presented.
No, sorry, I will
Sorry,
question about
you're here.
yes. So everyone, I'll be your ballot counter for today. In Toastmasters, of course, it's not always about winning, but to give some feedback whether we get better or not from time to time. So by the end of after the third session, I will launch a poll that you can just click whoever you think is the favorite speaker in those 3 sessions, as long as they're eligible time-wise. And then after that, I will report the results by the end.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Pipit. So this closes my part for presenting the evaluation team. I'll give the floor to the Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Ben.
All right, thank you, Severin. Well done. Little quotes I have. I'll be typing little reminders in the chat box to kind of give you a little idea, maybe some inspiration about the daily grind. One is stay busy, and if you keep your grind right, you'll keep your mind right. Right? It's got to stay busy and keep working hard. The idea in the Army, we talk about put boots to the floor. Just keep moving forward, and you'll get it done. Hi, Harlina. How are you? Nice to see you. All right. Excellent. So let's get right on to it. And our first speaker of the day, if you see the updated agenda, our speaker is all the way from Eagle Toastmaster Club, and I'll have his evaluator introduce the speaker. So can I get the first evaluator? Fifi, please introduce our first speaker.
Good evening, my fellow Toastmaster and guests. Today, Toastmaster Anom Pramana will present this project from Presentation Mastery Path to fulfill Project 3 Level 2. The purpose of this project is for Toastmaster Anom to clearly define how Toastmaster envisions mentoring, and the purpose of this bit is for him to share some aspect of a previous experience as a protege. The title of his speech is Tell Others and We Forget. Teach others and we may remember. Mentoring others and we learn. He will deliver his speech in 5 until 7 minutes. Tell others and we forget. Teach others and we may remember. Mentoring others and we learn. Toastmaster Anom Pramana.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Tom, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. Bob Proctor said that a mentor is someone who sees more talent and ability within you than you see in yourself and helps bring it out of you. Did you know that the best way to learn is by mentoring? Raising people to a higher level and helping them to successful involves more than giving them skills. If that were not the case, every new employee would go from trainee to success as soon as they understood how to do their job. Every child would be successful whenever they learn something new at school. But success does not automatically follow knowledge. The process is complicated because you are working with people. However, understanding some basic concept of about people opens to your skills to mentoring others. For example, naturally humans are wants to feel worthwhile. As the as Donald Late said, always help people increase their own self-esteem. Develop your skill in making other people feel important. There is hardly a higher compliment we can pay an individual than helping them be useful and to find satisfaction from his usefulness. When a person doesn't feel good about themselves, they will never believe they are successful no matter what he accomplishes. But a person who feels worthwhile is ripe for success. Second is naturally human needs and response to encouragement. One of the best quotes about mentoring comes from American industrialist Charles Schwab, who said, "I have yet to find a man, however exalted his station, who did not do better work and put forth greater effort under a spirit of approval than under a spirit of criticism." If we desire to raise people up, then we need to become one of their staunchest supporters. People can tell when you don't believe in them. And third, people are naturally motivated. Humankind is naturally motivated. If you doubt that, just watch kids soon after they learn to walk. They were into everything. They have natural curiosity, and we can get them to stay still. This innate sense of motivation continues to exist in adults, but for too many people, it has been beaten down by lack of support, by busyness, by stress, by bad attitudes, by lack of appreciation, scarce resources, poor training, or faulty communication. To get people excited about growing to their potential, we need to remotivate them. Once we help them overcome the old things that knock them down, they often motivate themselves. And number 4, people buy into the person before buying into their leadership. Many successful people who try to lead others have the mistaken belief that people will follow them because their cause is good. But that's not the way leadership works. People will follow us only when they believe in us. This principle applies even when we are offering to develop other people and raise them to a higher level. The more we understand people, the greater our chance of success in mentoring. And if we have highly developed people skills and genuinely care about others, this process will probably come to us naturally. Mentoring our people is one of the most important things in every kind of business. Though development is harder to do than equipping, it is well worth the price. When I first started my network business when I was in third grade of high school, I looked at the wealthy people on earth. All of them see human resources development as a long-term process. This is not the same with the mechanical skills which can be learned in hours, in the days, or in months. Skills in mentoring can avoid a daily grind in business. This is very much needed in business, of course. We have to schedule a time of teaching for the entire staff at least every month on topics that would grow them as leaders. We can ask our staff to read a book every month or two every month. We can teach a lesson. We can teach them to conference or seminars. In mentoring, we also need to discover each person's dreams and desires. As the founder of the New Republic, Walter Lippmann, said, ignore what a man desires, and you ignore the very source of his power. Dreams are the generators of energy with our people. If they have high passion for their dreams, they have high energy. If we know that those dreams are, and we develop them in a way that brings those dreams within reach, we not only harness that energy, but also fuel it. And for the last, of course, there is no development without hard lesson. Almost all growth comes when we have to respond to negative things. This is happen in mentoring others. It's not very pleasant, but we always have to pay a price for growth. Thank you. Back to Tom.
All right, Anam, well done. Very appropriate speech. Well, great job using the word of the day. And here's a little quote. Everybody wants to be famous, but nobody wants to do the work. I live by that. You grind hard so you could play hard. At the end of the day, you put the work in and eventually it'll pay off. It could be 1 year, it could be 30 years. Eventually your hard work will pay off. It's from Kevin Hart. It's all about putting that grind in. We all see the famous part. We don't see the struggle. We all have to struggle a little bit to get where we want. All right. Well done, Anam. Well done. And now we're on to our second speaker. Okay. And our second speaker will be evaluated by none other than Robin Chan. Toastmaster Robin, can you please introduce our second speaker?
Thank you very much, Tom, Ben. And today, hi everyone, my name is Robin, and today I'll be the evaluator, the speech evaluator for Toastmaster Jonathan, all the way from STC. So let me introduce our speaker for today. So he will be doing a speech from the path of innovative planning, and his project is level 4, project 1 on managing projects successfully. This is the second speech, and the speech title is From Online to Hybrid Meeting, and the time is 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you, Toastmaster Jonathan.
Thank you, Robin. Nice to see you again. Fellow Toastmaster, prepared speech is just a speech. There is no difference whether you deliver it online or offline. Do you believe this assumption? I believe that everyone who have ever attended any Toastmaster offline meeting will quickly disagree about this. Online meeting is flexible, is cheap. Everyone can come to any Zoom meeting, just like Robin from Mauritius to Bhinneka like this, as long as you have internet connection and gadgets, handphone or laptop. You do not need to spend any more time to get trapped in the traffic to go to offline place, or you do not need to spend more money to finance any offline meeting place or something. However, online meeting can make members in Toastmaster feel stuck in their development and get bored. That's why for STC to have more engaging meeting, I decided to make and create a hybrid meeting, the first hybrid meeting in Surabaya. I did this as for my innovative planning pathway project level 4 project 1, I'm sorry. In this project, I need to deliver 2 speeches, create a team and manage that team to deliver the project successfully. Let me show you the preparation. And finally, I will show you the meeting report. This is the hybrid meeting. The first bit, I conducted the first bit in March. Originally, I planned to deliver the project in early April. However, in that moment, the government said that the third wave of coronavirus struck Indonesia. We did not have any choices but to postpone the meeting to 18 May.
Excuse me, speaker. Can you please turn off your background because we cannot see the photo.
Oh, sorry. There is some technical issues with the virtual background.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So we do not have any choices but to postpone the meeting to 18 May. And in April, we got a good news because government said that the coronavirus already subsided and the overall immunity of Indonesian citizens higher than expected due to successful vaccination program by the government. So we will have the hybrid meeting as planned. In the late April, we gain confidence that the hybrid meeting will be finally conducted as scheduled. After the holiday, after the Idul Fitri holiday, I decided to assemble my team and then invited our Toastmaster to gather together in a meeting and prepare the meeting. We also invited Toastmaster from other clubs such as Toastmaster Dini from Surabaya Heroes and Toastmaster Purwanto from Eagle to become our Toastmaster of the meeting and also general evaluator for that meeting. Because most of those who want to come to the offline meeting and hybrid meeting in STC joined the Toastmaster during the pandemic. So we do not have any experience of conducting any offline meeting. We thought that we need experienced member to help us to lead the meeting. After that, we try to survey the meeting venue. We visit satu atap co-working place and food stations in Surabaya because that place already being used by Toastmasters before the pandemic to conduct offline meeting. Unluckily, other organizations quickly than us to downpay the venue. So we lost the chance to conduct meeting in Satwa. Fortunately, Pacu Bunggul 25 co-working space said to us that they had available space at 18 May. So we moved to Pacu Bungkul 25 for waiting space to conduct our activity. And the lucky thing is this one is cheaper than Satu Atap. So unlucky thing in one events create another lucky things. So we are quite happy with that. This is our Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Dini and Toastmaster Purwanto. I'm very grateful with their help to make this meeting successful. Unfortunately, we cannot have Toastmaster Dini, but only Toastmaster Purwanto. But I believe that the power of prayer will reach them with Toastmaster Dini. And because Toastmaster Purwanto is here right now, I would like to say thank you, Toastmaster Purwanto, for become our general evaluator. At last, the meeting was successful. I was very happy finally can meet my friends in person. And also, we have a lot of experience how to conduct offline meeting. I believe that delivering a speech in online meeting like this and the offline meeting will give us a wider nuance how to better giving up a speech. Finally, I cannot wait to have any hybrid meeting in the future. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the meeting.
Excellent job, Jonathan. Sounded like you had to go through a little bit of a grind to get your job done, but it looks like you did a great job. Well done. Can I get a quick timer's report? Pretty please, Seni. Seni, are you there? Oh.
Yes, I'm here. Hold on. Okay. So for Toastmaster Anam, your time is 7:51, and Toastmaster Jonathan, your time is 7:04. Back to you, Tom.
All right. Excellent. All right. Another little quote from Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. In the 60s, 70s, and early 80s, the trainers would grind you. And eventually they would break something. They would break an ankle in ways that it would heal. It was just the way of the business to ensure that you learned respect for wrestling. All right. So it's all about a grind, getting something done and learning how to get it done the hard way. Excellent. Speaking of the hard way, we're going, oh yes, so Pipit mentioned that Anam is not eligible for the voting because over time. So Jonathan, you're the winner today in speaking contest. Congratulations. All right, well done. Okay, so let's hear a little bit about back to business with some table topics from our table topic master, distinguished Toastmaster Natalie.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ben. Are you guys ready to go back to the daily grind? I didn't see any reaction.
Yes.
Ready?
Yes.
Yes, awesome. So tonight I have some questions prepared for you. And if you're interested in becoming one of the table topic speaker, you can write down your name on the chat box. I will try to slot you in the limited spaces that we have. But I already reserved the first question for my friend Fajar, who came in early. So early birds gets the worm. Fajar, are you there? Toastmaster Fajar. Fajar?
I guess it's not an early bird this time.
Okay, he went back to sleep. Okay, gotcha. How about Toastmaster Harlina then?
Okay, I want to give it a try.
Okay, Toastmaster Harlina. Give me a moment. Let me share this. Boom. So Toastmaster Harlina, this past 2 years was such a challenge, right? And now things started to go back to normal, but it's also still a challenge. My question for you is, suppose you can go back to 2019, what advice would you give to yourself? Suppose you can go back to 2019, what advice would you give to yourself? And before you start to answer it, I forgot to explain what this session is all about. So let me just give you a brief explanation about it for all the guests. So table topic is a session where you can practice your impromptu speech session by answering a topic that I will give to you. You can answer I don't know, you can answer related experience or stories that you have along with the topic in 1 to 2 minutes. So at 1 minute, the timer will turn green, 1.5 timer will turn yellow, 2 minutes timer will turn red. You have 30 seconds to wrap up. Basically, when you see red, boom, wrap it up quickly. So first speaker, Toastmaster Harlina, is a very experienced Toastmaster, so she can give a great demonstration of how to handle table topics. So Toastmaster Harlina, what advice would you give to yourself?
What advice should I give to myself when I was still in 2019? The advice that I would give myself is to chill for all the disappointments or all the moments that I'm, for example, angry in life, or all the setbacks that I have. For example, I went to Singapore once with my boss, and I think that day I walked about 20 kilometers. I was really complaining. I was like, I didn't sign up for this. and I was so tired. I was so tired that evening. I think I already had the 20-kilometer marks, and then I still had to go out. At the time, it was the Formula One race, the night race in Singapore. And I was grumbling a lot. I went to bed. My feet hurt and the whole thing. And I wish that my Harlina 2022 would come to me and say, you have no idea how you would miss all this. You could not even go on a plane. How much is the ticket now to Singapore? At least this time you got paid by your boss. You wouldn't even dream of Singapore. You wouldn't even be able to walk anywhere. I don't even know whether there will be even a race. So stop complaining, just go to bed and just hope that the next day the pain in your feet will reduce. Because one day you would say, hey, thank goodness I went to Singapore before the lockdown. So that is what I would say to my 2019 self. Stop complaining and just be grateful. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Harlina, for that excellent demonstration of table topic. So the advice that she would give to herself, and also for us, all of us, I think, is chill out, enjoy it, and stop complaining. I think that was a great takeaway message. So thank you for sharing that. Okay, who's next? As usual, if nobody wants, I will choose. Nobody wants it. So Ping P. Hendra.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no. Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes, with you too, Luca. Okay, so the question for you is, when was the last time you tried something new? This is for Luca's father, not Luca. Ping P. Hendra, when was the last time you tried something new?
I just tried something new this morning. Actually, I went to a cafe with the little guy over here, and the cafe looks great on picture, but when we arrived there, it wasn't great. So many times in life, we thought that things that we are looking for is something that is awesome. It's something that is something that you're really looking for, but turns out you end up disappointed in life. How many of you felt that way? Or you try to pursue something, yet you felt disappointed towards the end, or it's something that perhaps not what you are seeking or what you are looking for. Well, my advice to you, if that's what, or that's who you are, or that's what you're expecting and you didn't get there, remember to enjoy the process, enjoy the daily grind that you are doing, and make sure that when you arrive there, it's not about the destination, but it's about the journey. Because at the end of the day, for me, even though the cafe, the food taste wasn't that great, yet the two of us, we enjoy being there, just the two of us. Thank you. Back to you, table topic master.
Thank you, multitasker father, for your table topic sharing. Yes, it's not about the destination, but it's about the journey and also the company. So it's great sharing as well from Ping. Thank you. I was surprised. I mean, I'm not surprised anymore because every time Ping appear on the screen, he always use his son as a prop. So I think that's part of the strategy as well. Next speaker, who wants to try? I see Juliana Yang already taking a very prepared pose. Are you there, Julie? Hello? Julia? Julie? Are you there? Okay, I'm gonna skip you for now because you didn't respond. I'm gonna save it for the next one. Let me see. Fajar, are you there?
Rendra wants to try.
Okay, Rendra then. Rendra, are you ready?
Always. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, after Rendra, it's you, Julie. So
I think Sunny raised her hand like earlier than myself, but it's okay.
Sunny is a timer.
Oh, I thought
Okay.
that you raised hands or something.
Nah, Rendra, because you came late, right? Now you don't know this is one of my new trick with the timer.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
Rendra,
go ahead.
your question is, how do you get back to your daily grind? Because everything has started to go back to normal again. Can you share with us, how do you get back to your daily grind? It can be your personal life or your professional life.
Sorry, my English is not good. What does grind mean?
It's kind of like a routine.
Oh, routine. Okay.
Yeah, because our theme today is back to business, which means that everything else is starting to go back to normal again. So the question for you is, how do you get back to your daily grind? Marin Radika.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, as you ever know me that I am the engineer since 2004. So basically it is 18 years being the engineers. My daily job is grind. It is green or grind. It's daily routine. Because if you have input from the management, they need something to be solved, they will go to the engineering teams. Well, I will do my job. It is routine. But you know, doing something routine, well, of course, I think that can stress you out because it's kind of bored because you already do it many years. However, I would like to propose something would maybe change the routine. You have put ads on to your routines with something that you love. Me, in my case, I do like photography, and while doing photography, I do research. So that's why if I have engineering tasks from my boss, well, I'm not only getting research around my job, but also what is the art or photography related to the job. It somehow gives me the art sides of the engineering job, which is engineering using left side of the brain and the right side is about art. So being balanced can save your routine. So anyway, during 18 years being the engineers, I feel myself not that really bored now as an engineer, but also as a freelance photographer because I can do only after the job hours and Saturday and Sunday. I feel it is good to be balanced. Life balance is already a mutual benefits to myself. It's not only fulfill myself as a human being, but also as a person. I can survive here in the mountains of you never visit before. I can join a Toastmasters, which apparently I can still train my English language. So I give the control back to TTM, Natalie.
Thank
And it's
you.
yours.
Thank you, Mr. Rendra. I'm gonna do hair flicking in respect to you. Engineer with the most beautiful hair. That's what Robin said. Yes, I do agree with you. Work-life balance is very crucial, especially in this online offline time where there is no boundaries between online life and offline life. It seems like we work 24/7. So thank you for sharing that important reminder for all of us. Julia, are you ready? Julia?
Unmute.
Hello? Can you hear
Yes.
my voice?
Yes, can.
Okay.
Sani already spotlight you too. Thank you. So I think this next question is very appropriate for you because we are both women. The question for you is, how do you choose to spend your me time? Can you share
Okay.
how do you choose to spend your me time, Juliana Yang?
Okay, thank you, Natalie. Hello, everyone. How I can spend my me time? I always go to mall or shopping center and maybe doing some window shopping, pick which fashion, which dress or makeup accessories that I want to buy. So get the list. And sometimes I do go to coffee shop and just taste a cup of coffee and maybe watching YouTube and sometimes reading book. Maybe for me time, I almost watching Korean drama. Okay. I like doing gym too. Sometimes doing yoga and go to gym fitness. I think or that's all.
Awesome. Thank you, Juliana. Again, another sharing of, importance of doing what we like to balance out the toughness of our daily grind. So Juliana likes to shop, to watch Korean drama, and to do other things that makes her happy, including exercise. The last part doesn't really rub off well with me, but that's fine. I need to exercise more. Okay, next one. Who wants to do it? Mega from UI, visiting Toastmaster. Are you there?
Yeah, of course. I'm here.
Oh, awesome. Okay, Sani is lighting you. Nice to meet you. And thank you for participating in Table Topic
Nice to
session.
meet you.
So your question is, what has life taught you recently? What has life taught you recently? Toastmaster Mega.
Okay. What I will do if I go back to 2019, right?
No, your question is, what has life taught you recently? Okay, sorry, you might be confused. Let me show
Sorry,
you.
yes.
Don't worry.
Sorry, I don't get them.
Yeah, don't worry about the previous slides. This is your slides. What has life taught you recently? Can you see it?
What has life taught you recently?
What has life?
What does it mean? So,
for example, yeah. So another word. What life lesson that you learn?
Okay.
That you can share with us. Thank you.
Yeah. I get it. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, along this pandemic, 2 years, it gives a lot of meaning for me, such as I give new habit. We have to keep our health and also keep a distance from another people. It's such give me a new life lesson, because normally I have to keep my relationship closely with another or with my friends, but since the pandemic I have to keep a distance from them. And also I really think have a member of my family. It's really means so much for me, and I have to keep them healthy along this pandemic. And uh, I I'm praising attending this online meeting because I don't have any word to say, and so sorry. That's all. Back to you, table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mega. You know, in table topic, it doesn't matter about the answer. You know, the most important thing is you take the chance and you started to build your confidence by practicing delivering impromptu speeches every single time. So don't worry about the answers. As long as you know that you've tried, you've done your best, that's awesome. So can we give another round of applause for Toastmaster Mega? Well done. Come back and practice more and you will get better. I promise you. So thank you for sharing that. An important reminder for all of us to prioritize our family, because after all these times, we realize that family is one thing that cannot be replaced. Ohana, right? Ohana means family. So thank you, Toastmaster Mega. Okay, I think all people who have not got any speaking roles have got a table topic turn. Do we still have time, Toastmaster Ben? One or two more? One more? Okay, one more. Anyone wants to do it? It's open for all. Open for all.
I'll do it.
You're gonna do it? Okay.
You said open for all, so I waited and I waited and I waited.
Yeah.
So excited.
Yeah. Okay, Ben. Your question is, how do you get your energy to get back in business? Toastmaster Ben, in relation with our theme today, how do you get your energy to get back in business? Toastmaster Ben. And by the way, before you answer, I'd like to remind you again that in Toastmaster, there is no politics, sex, or religion talk related content.
Beer is what Ping wrote. Actually, no, I'm a teacher. So I teach high school kids, junior high kids, 7th, 8th, 11th grade. My motivation to get back into business is I do not ever want to feel that, or I don't ever want my students to think they can kick my butt ever, right? My idea is like I have to wake up early. I go swimming. My school has a swimming pool now, so I get to go swimming early in the morning. And I want to walk around, not have the students so much respect me, but more like fear me, right? That is my motivation every day when I go to the gym and I'm trying to stay in shape. All these kids are starting to grow taller and bigger, but they need to know their place. My idea is I can't get out of shape. I got to stay sharp. I got to grind daily so that when I wake up on a Monday morning tomorrow and I get to go to work and I'm happy to be there, I'm the first one in the building, waiting for them to come to me, right? I don't go to them, they come to me. That's my motivation. These kids are going to learn from me and understand how the world works from my perspective. And if they listen to me, maybe they'll learn something along the way. But one, my motivation is every single day, how can I not get beat by a 16-year-old? I play basketball with some of these kids, and my goal is not to get embarrassed. Right? And if I was in America playing basketball with some 16-year-olds, they would destroy me. But the idea is that I can't get embarrassed. My knees hurt, my back hurts. But for that short period of time, when I'm going against a 16-year-old, 17-year-old, he needs to know that I am in charge. I'll always be in charge. And there's never a time that he or she is going to be smarter than me or better than me. That's my motivation. Now, hopefully, I teach them that one day they will be stronger, smarter, and better. But just right now, they got to stay in their place. That's my motivation. Back to you, Madam Table Topic Master.
Okay, Teacher Ben. Thank you for sharing that. I'm able to imagine how you acted in front of your student based on your 2-minute speech just now. So I am so excited for them to have a teacher like you. So timer, Toastmaster Seni, how do we do with time? Can you please share it in the chat box and also briefly? Is everyone eligible to be voted on?
Yes, Table Topic Masters.
Everyone is eligible to be
Yes,
voted on.
everyone is eligible to be voted. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Seni. Ballot counter, please note, everyone is eligible to be voted on. And again, one of the reasons why we choose Sunday as Bhinneka's meeting time is because we want to give you energy before you get back to your Monday grind. So that's the reason why we choose Sunday. It may change next month, who knows, but at least right now, I hope our meeting so far has given you some positive energy to get back to your daily grind. Back to you, Toastmaster Ben.
Awesome. Can we take a quick picture real quick? That would be great if we can do that. Who's going to do that, Pippet or Natalie?
Yes, I can, but I need a backup. So because my screen is not HD, but yes, let's try it. So everyone, please turn on your camera. Master Anom, and then Robin, Fajar, if you like to participate in our group call. Yes.
I'll back up.
Yes, thank you, Nat. One, now a serious pose. You know, to business. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let me check if it's good enough. Right, it's good. Now is the fun part, right? Good.
Yeah.
Should we do grind? Oh, how do you do grind pose then?
Well, there's a lot of ways you can do a grind pose, but like as Natalie said, that we can't do anything talking about any provocative stuff. So let's not do little grind pose. We can do
Fight, fist fight, or something. You know,
like like that.
Yeah.
Like we're like working hard.
Working hard. Okay.
Working hard.
So 1, 2, 3. Got it. Oh wait, I'm not behind just now. Wait, again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you everyone.
All right. Thank you very much, Pippet. Another quote. I wish, now this is quote, I wish everyone well, but you need to focus on yourself. You need to stop putting your hand out. Everyone wants handouts. Everyone wants things for free. You got to put in the work. You've got to grind. You've got to go through the struggle. You've got to go get it. It's Conor McGregor, right? UFC fighter. Sometimes you got to work hard. Again, the theme of this all, everyone wants to be really successful. To be successful, you have to fail a lot, right? Michael Jordan got cut from his sophomore basketball team. Became the greatest basketball player in the whole world. You got to have some kind of struggle. You have to have a chip on your shoulder. Sometimes you can't be nice to everybody. You know, that's the idea, right? Be nice to everyone. Ideally, it's a good idea. But again, sometimes you got to kind of go get your dreams without anybody ever helping, right? All right, now the evaluation session is upon us, and our general evaluator is ready to take over. Let's introduce our GE, Severine.
I am back for the third part of the meeting with general evaluation. We'll first start with Toastmaster Fifi, who will evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Anom. Over to you, Toastmaster Fifi.
Toastmaster Anom Pramana, thank you for sharing that mentoring is challenging. Yet, it is important to business and need time to be succeed. The information you shared prove that during the mentoring process, there are efforts to be made to achieve the benefit of personal development, and this is in line with the objective of the project. I want to share two things that I like from your speech. First, you put challenge question. In the first minute, you ask audience, did you know the best way to learn? This question will make audience curious, want to know the right answer, and to know the right answer, they will listen more to your speech. Second, you put fact. When you explain about mentoring benefit, you also mention the source, such as some famous names related to mentoring. For example, when you said people are naturally motivated, then you mention the people name behind this, such as Abraham Maslow. It makes audience believe the benefit of mentoring. When they believe, they want to do it or they will follow it. To elevate your speech to the next level, I would like to recommend you for two things. First, please put smooth transition. I noticed during your speech, there are some stops, as if you need time to remember what are you going to talk for next. To make audience enjoy your speech, it is better for you to have smooth transition. Second, put more power for call to action. For example, when you said people are naturally motivated, people will follow us when they believe us. You talk this in flat intonation. It is better for you to put in high tone and energy to make people remember this, such as people will follow us when they believe us. Support with your body language, such as like this. Overall, I love your speech. All of us here can learn from you the benefit of mentoring session. Your speech is full of fact and leave us the challenging question. Keep walk the talk about the benefit of mentoring session. Like you said, tell others and we forget. Teach others and we may remember. Mentoring others and we learn. Thank you, Toastmaster Anom, for sharing with us. Back to GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Fifi, for this rich evaluation. I am sure Toastmaster Anam has learned a lot from you. We now welcome our second evaluator, Toastmaster Ben, who is going to evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Jonathan. Over to you, Toastmaster Robin.
It's Ben or Robin?
You, Robin, go.
Yeah, I heard Ben.
Give me, sir.
Okay, all right. What an achievement. The first hybrid Toastmaster meeting in Surabaya. Congratulations to Jonathan. Let's give him a round of applause. Good job. You shared your journey that everybody was facing. We were fed up with online meeting. It was enough. Enough is enough. That's what you said. And that's where you came with a solution from turning an online meeting into a hybrid meeting. Allow me to give you some constructive feedback right now on your speech. I've read your evaluation form and the purpose of your speech was in three folds. The first one is practice developing a plan. Second is building a team. Third is fulfilling the plan with the help of your team. So now let's answer these three questions. The first question is, did you develop a plan? Yes, you did. You've planned on how to do the hybrid meeting and where you want to do it. So this part, good job. You have achieved this part. Secondly is, have you built up a team? Unfortunately, I do not see the members of your team in your presentation. So what I would suggest to you is to show us your team members. There is no I in a team. I would like to see you to elaborate more on how you were able to create this hybrid meeting. Like, for example, what were their tasks? How many people did you have in your team? So thirdly, have you fulfilled the plan with your team? I would say partly yes. The hybrid meeting has been conducted and you had the help of senior Toastmasters such as Toastmaster Purwanto and Toastmaster Dini. But the question is, were they part of your team? So what I would suggest to you is to show us your strategies and what are the challenges you had during the process of producing a hybrid meeting? Was it easy? Was it difficult? How were you able to communicate with your team members? Was it challenging? So these are the questions you need to consider. So overall, I really enjoyed to listen to your journey from online to a hybrid meeting. I can feel the satisfaction in it while you're sharing about it. I know I've experienced it myself. So what you can work on is to be concise in introducing your team members and their roles, and also the challenges while producing this hybrid meeting. Show us when you have a team, everybody can produce a hybrid meeting like yours. And I look forward for more hybrid meetings from you. Toastmaster Yonatan, over to you.
Thank you very much for this wonderful feedback, Toastmaster Robin. I am sure Toastmaster Jonathan will take advantage of your suggestions. I will give back the control to the Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Ben.
You just go into your evaluations.
Then. So
no, you go into your. Go ahead. What's the reading?
For the agenda, I see there's ballot vote.
So that'd be the. Oh yeah, we can do that. My bad. All right, we can go a timers report real quick. Senny?
Yes, for
we got the timers report. Yep, go ahead.
For our two evaluators today, Fifi Amaliawati and Robin Chen, they are eligible to be voted as a favorite one. Congratulations.
All right, and if we can do a ballot, post the ballot, that would be awesome. Again, we're doing it for table topics and evaluators only, so we can post.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yes, sorry for today. The poll will be done through Google Form. I have shared the link on the chat box. There's the current poll cannot be edited. It's okay, still the same thing. So please vote.
All right, and then while we're voting, Severine, if you can go and call your.
Sure.
Yep, go ahead.
I will now call again Toastmaster Diane for her report of accountant. Over to you, Toastmaster Diane.
Okay, thank you very much, Toastmaster Severine. May I share screen? Okay. Okay, for accountant report, I didn't find filler phrase in Vivi Amalia and Purwanto, Severin, and Ping. And I found 2 for Anam Pramana, 3 and 1 but, and repeated words this. And Jonathan, 2 1 3 r, 2 1 so, and 2 and repeated word meeting and together. And for Natalie, 2 so, for Sani, 1 1 so, and repeated word okay. And Ben, maybe repeated word 2, Herlina 1, Juliana Yang, 3 1 3 and 1 and repeated words. And also for Mega, 3 2 5 and repeated words, and Pipit 2 so. Thank you. That's my report. Back to GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Diane.
Sorry, Toastmaster Severin. I would like to mention that I will revise the ballot poll after this. Yeah.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pipit. So we will now call Toastmaster Puwanto as the grammarian, who will tell us how good we were in using the English language. Over to you, Toastmaster Puwanto.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Severin. Actually, I believe grammarian is one of the most terrifying roles in Bhinneka Online Toastmaster Club, because during the meeting, it's hard for me to find incorrect grammar. So at the end, I only got a few. That means good for all the members and also visiting Toastmaster, because you can apply the correct grammar during your speech. Okay, let me share my screen. First, I just want to apologize because at the beginning I mentioned the word of the day for the grind, the verb one, but for this meeting, actually the meaning is a difficult or boring activity. So it's for the noun. It's like a daily routine. And okay, let's go to the tenses. So this is the tenses I got during the meeting. I think it's not uh maybe it's not that appropriate, or that's why I put that here. For example, the first one, I was an engineer since 2004. My suggestion, if we want to say since or for, it can be like present perfect. So it's not the simple past. For the simple past, you need to have the specific time in 2004, something like that. But for this one, I think the content is for the present perfect. I've been an engineer. Wait, I've been an engineer since 2004. Or you can say I've been an engineer for 10 years, something like that. And the second one, it gives me. Actually, from the content you speak, what my understanding is like one action in the past. So it's not like the actual fact or something like that that happen every time, or habitual activity. So you can say it gave me. And for the last part, to make people enjoy. Two people didn't enjoy the speech or something like that. But from my understanding, maybe the speaker want to say people already enjoy, but you want to make people more enjoy the speech or something like that. So you can say to make people more enjoy, because this sentence can have a confusing meaning. And then for the good phrases, actually, I believe we have many, but so many people mentioned the word of the day, so I lose focus about the good phrases. I catch a few of that. For example, mentoring others, and we will learn. And the second is work-life balance. So anyone, if you heard something good phrases, you can also tell us, because it's good for all of us to remind again about that. And for the word of the day, actually many people mention about that, especially Natari during her question. She always mentioned grind like 2 times. So I try to count, okay, maybe like 10 or maybe more or something like that. And I believe Ben also mentioned more than 3, but I got lost in several counting. And for the others, if you mention the word of the day, please chat in the chat box so we can know, because it's not that easy for me to count so many people mentioning that. I think that's all from my grammarian report. I hope everyone learned something. Back to G.
Thank you, Toastmaster Puwanto, for your report, which I believe will be resourceful to all of us for our next meeting. Now is the time for me to do a general evaluation of the whole meeting. I feel blessed that I am the general evaluator today. To start with, the meeting started a little bit later than the set time, nearly 4 minutes late. But if we see at the agenda, we will see that we have been able to catch up with the different part of the meeting, and that's great. So everyone has been keeping pace with their speech slot. Toastmaster Ben has been great at welcoming the members and starting the meeting. The general evaluator, myself, I introduced the team, and we had two prepared speakers who showed that they had really prepared their project today, and it was wonderful to hear about them, about their experience. The evaluators also did a great job by giving hints on how to improve the speaker's speech later. And I would like to seize this opportunity to give some feedback to our table topic speakers. Toastmaster Alina, you had a great structure in your speech, and I would suggest that you have a better eye contact and that you maybe improve the light of your room, and it will be beautiful. Toastmaster Pinghendra, your speech was a little short, but I'm sure that most of us would have liked to hear more about you. You had a smart way of beginning your speech by telling something that is about going to a restaurant and connecting it to something very deep. And we would have liked to hear more about it. Toastmaster Marendrika, it was a good speech with a great content. I would suggest that you work a bit on your vocal variety. Your voice was at the same pace and the same tone during all the speech, and it would have been more beautiful, more powerful that you change your tone at some point. Toastmaster Juliana and Toastmaster Mega, I will try to tell you something because you had this problem both. I didn't see structure in your speech. I once was reminded that for table topics, you also need to have an intro, a body, and a conclusion. And that was missing, and that's why maybe your speech duration was low. So I suggest that you continue practicing and you will get it. Toastmaster Ben, I felt that you had a great energy, and I would suggest that you work more on your eye contact next time. For the accounter, thank you, Toastmaster Diane, for the sharing of your screen with noting down the number of times of repeated words, of filler words. I would suggest that next time you help us to be better at not doing the same mistakes again. Toastmaster Pawanto, thank you for correcting some of our mistakes and for highlighting the number of times the word of the day has been used, and for also giving us more information about the word of the day, even if it is at the end of the meeting. Thank you, Toastmaster Pipit, also for the ballot counter and for keeping the time. Last but not least, I would like to suggest something. When we are introducing a speaker, I think this is a message for myself too, when I introduce my team, is that it's good that we introduce the person not only just by giving the name of the speaker and the speech title, but also by giving a little bit more of a background information on the speaker. Toastmaster Fifi did something really beautiful that I enjoyed. And I believe that since we are an online club and we do not have time to know each other in other ways, it would be nice to learn a few things about someone. It might be one line, but it would be good to connect through presentation of our speakers in a more deep way. Thank you for the opportunity. I give back the control to the Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Ben.
All right. It's awesome. Thank you very much, General Evaluator and all of her role takers. Look at the time. It's 8:20 or 7:20, depending on wherever you're at. Fifi, do you like the fact that we're about to hit an hour and a half and we're going to be done pretty much? Yes. Right? It's quick. I like quick meetings. In America, we do 1 hour meetings. Maybe. One last quote about grind. This is from Mark Cuban. He's the owner of the NBA team, the Dallas Mavericks. He's also on Shark Tank. He's a businessman, CEO of many companies. He says it takes time. It's a grind. There are no shortcuts. You've got to grind and grind. That's it. Right? Well done, everyone. I really appreciate the grind you put in this week, getting this meeting together. I do want to thank our Division G director, soon to be past Division G director, Prowantu. Right? So if you guys didn't know that, he is the Division G director, outgoing pretty much in about 25 days. So thank you for your year-long dedication to this division, Prowantu. Appreciate that. I want to thank distinguished Toastmaster Harlina for coming in and gracing us with her wonderful presence. Right? Well done. Mega, thank you for coming in. I'm glad I didn't scare you away from your evaluation the other day. Appreciate it. Juliana, thank you again for coming. Right? Our two speakers from other clubs, thank you for coming. Otherwise, we might have not had any speakers. All right, so Jonathan, great job. And where is he at? Anam? Thank you.
Desi is here.
Who?
Desi is here.
Yeah, I see her. I let her in. I gave her the link. She's here. It's amazing. Her internet works.
Hi.
Thank you for.
She's in Surabaya because she's in Surabaya.
Oh, yeah, there it is. She's in Surabaya. Welcome, Desi. Thank you. Been through Pipit under the bus. I don't think so. Anyways. Fajar, thanks for coming. All right. I think I got everybody. The rest of Bhinneka, well done. Again, just want to say that it's been a good term. I have one more meeting left as the president of this club. So just to let you guys know. Is it okay if I tell the rest of the people who's going to be the next president? Is that okay? The next president of Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club. I had to pull some teeth and do a little grinding. Is going to be Toastmaster Fifi. She's going to be the next president of this club. Well done.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Ben.
The next vice president of education will be probably the Toastmaster with the greatest hair in all of District 87, Narendra Dika. Yes. Okay. Well done. I think I don't have any more else to really say. Natalie, what do you have to say?
And may I make a suggestion?
The winner.
Oh yeah, the winner. My bad. We gotta do that. That's probably a good idea. Who won? Who won?
All right, so I will announce it. Someone please take photo.
I'll do it.
Thank you. So the best evaluator is Robin Chan, not Robin Chin. Although he does have a chin, but he refused to be called one. So please spotlight Robin.
Okay, a moment. Robin, I know you're also a little bit OCD, so I'm gonna make it exactly the same size. All right, 3, 2, 1. Okay, next. Congrats.
The speaker is Jonathan.
Okay. Jonathan, where are you? Okay. Replace spotlight. Okay, Jonathan, and
Okay.
3, oops, hang on. 3, 2, 1. The thumb doesn't show. Split up a little bit. I'm OCD too. So proper pose. One more, Jonathan. Put the thumbs higher on your body. Yes. 3, 2, 1. Thanks. Next
one.
Congrats.
Vegetable topics. Where is it? Yeah. Bhinneka, everyone.
Okay, Papa Luca. In 3, 2, 1.
Papa Luca is shocked.
Okay. Don't worry, Ping. We don't sell your photo anyway. Congrats.
All right.
Back to you, Pet.
Good
Congratulations,
job.
No one will buy it
everyone.
anyway. No one will buy it anyway, so.
Okay. Well done. Good job, winners. Fantastic. If I can request the Excos to please stay afterwards, that would be super because we have a lot of time left, anyways, to talk about a couple things. So please, can you do that? Is that cool? And does anybody want to be Toastmaster next week? Just FYI, since we are like really ahead of schedule. Anybody want to take a little ping? You want to be a little Toastmaster next week? Can't turn your camera off that quick. Ping, how about a little Toastmaster action? Yeah? Pure pressure? Not next week, in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I'm going to be in the US, so it's going to be tough. All right, I'm just going to it doesn't work, Natalie. This peer pressure doesn't work. Right? Asking people to schedule 2 weeks ahead. Ping's just being quiet. Okay, so we'll just make you do it afterwards. All right, I'm going to adjourn this meeting. Thank you so much. Excos, please stay for maybe 15 minutes or so, 20, an hour, 6 hours. Again, thank you to our guests. Appreciate it. Please come back in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Bhinneka.
Bye.
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 Everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you for coming, guys.
Bye.
Recording
Thank you,
stop.
everyone. Bye.
Thank you, Julia.
Thank